Engineering is perhaps the single most provocative aspect of human advancement. The Egyptians constructing the pyramids, the Incas and the aqueducts. Even one of the world's most renowned artists, Leonardo da Vinci, was a brilliant engineer. But as Deanne Kincaid reports, each generation of engineering accomplishments has a beginning place. And her story starts at South Mountain Community College with some very talented students.
At the Be an Engineer event at South Mountain Community College, these engineering students are demonstrating the future challenges they will face as engineers with the Robot Maze Contest.
Robotics is just one facet of engineering technology that we take for granted in today's world.
This event is to get our students interested in engineering and let them find out what engineers really do.
Here, students meet and ask questions of professional engineers from industry, engineering professors and students, as well as advisement and career services representatives.
Yes, we have a student panel where we have some students from ASU come to South Mountain and talk about the transfer process and what they needed to know to get into ASU.
That's like the only suggestion I would make is like make sure you take as many classes as you can here before you transfer.
I go to both schools because of the flexibility of both classes. I'm able to take some of my engineering core classes at ASU as well as night evening science classes at the community college.
Audience members participate too by asking students why they chose engineering as a major.
And the reason I picked civil engineering is because I'm fascinated with transportation infrastructure, buildings, and whatnot.
The reason I went specifically into aerospace engineering was honestly, when I was a little boy, I wanted to be an astronaut.
We also have engineers from industry come and talk about what they do on a daily basis and how they use engineering.
I was on a call with NASA for about an hour because they're making I won't say what it is, something terrestrial that that searches for certain things that happen to explode, and they wanted help figuring out what FPGA to put inside this, whatchamacallit. And so I was there to act as support design assistants for them.
Exhibits display previous engineering projects, all done by students at South Mountain. One highlight was the catapult contest.
This is a catapult called the Ballista. We have a size restraint, weight restraint, and we could not use nails, screws, or synthetic materials.
That's the Catapult Construction Challenge. Now let's see how they work. One industrial engineering student was deeply involved with a meteorological project.
This is a course offered here at South Mountain that's in conjunction with the NASA Space Grant Program. Here we're designing a payload to go and be launched off with a weather balloon. Here's me building the housing for the payload, and here are some of the sensors in here. We learned to etch in this course, so here's our circuit board that we learned to etch and we put together through soldering. And here's our sensory details. We have temperature, pressure, accelerometer, a GPS system, and other different types of sensors to be going off in the atmosphere.
A few days later, that payload is put to the test at Gila Bend. It's secured with space tape that can withstand the temperature of 40 below zero in the upper atmosphere.
The students are right now attaching the payload onto the nylon cord that pulls the payloads up off the balloon.
The balloon is filled with pure helium.
They're about ready to release it, and then it'll take the payloads up, and it should get up to about 90,000 feet today before it bursts and parachutes back down.
Three, two, one, launch.
So one of the tricks is they have to have a good attachment mechanism so the payload's able to stay attached to the cord throughout the entire flight.
The successful launch of this payload takes these students to new heights of success in the field of engineering. For Maricopa Now, this is Deanne Kincaid.